Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm Silvana, and today I'll be talking about the psychological effect that our closets have on us. It's not a typical video from me because it's focused on personal branding, but personal branding is a huge part of what I do. And it's not limited to those who have a career or own a business. I even wrote a book on that. It's a personal styling book, but it focused on personal branding. And when I was writing it, I interviewed a few psychologists because I wanted to be backed up by the thesis that I created from witnessing my clients throughout the years. And they really reinforced my ideas on how our closets impact not only psychological, but also the social and the financial ones. We often shop either to reward ourselves or comfort ourselves. If this resonates, keep on watching. The divide from who you are and who you want to be has never been more evident than when you open a wardrobe full of clothes that you hate. You'll find it hard to find a more potent symbol of wasted opportunity or unfulfilled potentials than all those clothing hanging there collecting dust. And garments that you spend time thinking about, perhaps even loving them before ultimately deciding to buy them. So how did they make that jump from an intentional purchase to a reminder of some sort of a failure? And what does that failure tell us about us? There's a reason why the popular refrain, "a full closet with nothing to wear," feels so frustrating. Clothing can seem superficial, but it's a physical manifestation of something much deeper. Your closet is all about the identity you want to portray. But sometimes our emotion towards it takes the best of us, and we lack the confidence to wear that piece that we bought. Elevating your style game is a question of knowledge and the intention to be the best version of you. So it's not just a matter of a t-shirt, a pair of shoes, or a bag staring back at you from the closet, but the possibility of some idealized version of yourself. And that's why falling short of that can be so disheartening. The reason why so many get frustrated when getting dressed can be manifold. And it can even afflict the ones who don't like it, the ones who like it, and even the ones who are indifferent to that. The ones who struggle with it buy clothes because they want to feel better about themselves. They may be unaccepting of their body shape. In some cases, they might not even know their body shape. And then they buy the wrong fit in the hope that we will fit them someday. The ones who love it, on the other hand, might buy even more than they need or want, only to regret later. When we start thinking of our wardrobe as a powerful source, we start to use it to our advantage. Just a quick exercise here. If you are uncertain of your wardrobe, open it. Close your eyes, step back, and feel the energy that emanates from it. Who follow me for some time know that I'm a firm believer of Feng Shui. And I use Feng Shui in wardrobes in order to harmonize the energy in the wardrobe. For the ones who don't know, Feng Shui is an ancient Chinese technique that realigns the energy in an environment, especially our homes. But according to Feng Shui, when it comes to wardrobe, it corresponds to our minds. So it makes all the sense that when you open it and you feel stressed, it's because you are stressed. If it sounds too esoteric for you, just take the more rational approach here and think about the fight or flight instinct that we all have inbuilt in us. When we open a wardrobe that's cluttered, that we can't find what we want, it triggers the fight or flight mechanisms, and we either want to tackle it aggressively or we want to run from it. Either way, you feel your pulse spiking next time you are confronted with your bulging, over-cluttered wardrobe. And this may be caused by what we call choice fatigue, or paradox of choices, when we have too many choices and we end up lowering our levels of satisfaction because of that, which can sometimes leave us overwhelmed and even paralyzed. So how to correct that? Well, the first and simple answer to that is just eliminate the excess. Go to a relentless decluttering of your wardrobe. It's more than time. I've talked about that. I did a decluttering wardrobe, but I think if you're stuck, don't know where to start by those pieces that you haven't worn in a while, and there's a reason for that. And take another psychological approach to it. If you're in doubt, if it's something that somebody gave it to you, it's a special item or a special person, and you wouldn't want to part ways with that, just give it a hug and send them away with the intention that they will benefit other person. Make other person create more beautiful memories with it. And you cherish your own memories within. If you are uncertain about a piece, do the same thing. Hug it as you would a friend and feel if it's right to keep it or just to let it go. We know what works for us. We know what's best for us. Trust your intuition. Once you eliminate all the items that no longer belong there, because imagine them as energy that's been stuck in your wardrobe. You don't want energy stuck in any way. When you open room for the new, you allow it to digest. That's exactly the same thing. It happens with our digestive system, and it happens to our wardrobe as well. It's all the same thing, all the kind of same idea. So when you leave it breathe, you open for the new. So you might be able even to detect some missing pieces. Go ahead and plan for it. Plan it, budget for it, and plan how this new piece or pieces will interact with your existing pieces. Before you go out shopping, scan, take photos if need be of what you have so you know what you already have. When you are out shopping, don't compromise. If you go for a pair of shoes, don't come back with a bag. Because you not only disrupt the planning, you will ruin your bank account. When you go out shopping online or in stores and you are in doubt, sleep over it or even take a few days. That way you know you went past the impulse buying territory. And if you're still thinking about the piece, then you go ahead and buy it. But even though, ask yourself many questions. Do I love it? Do I see myself wearing in years to come? Is it a good color? It's a color that goes with many other colors. Is it a style that goes with many items, not just one or two, but several items in my existing wardrobe? How would I feel if I across a room wearing this? Would I feel comfortable? Will I be self-aware? Is the fabric comfortable? It's something that has got a detail that will turn your head in and you won't be able to wear it. Ask you as many questions as possible because that item will be a staple in your wardrobe, hopefully. That's the whole goal. It's not just for one season. You want your pieces to work hard for you. Another interesting concept is to wear something that visually expresses how you feel inside. For example, baggy clothes when you feel unattractive, or wear all black when you want to go unnoticed, as opposed to something that is boost lifting, like something that makes you feel confident or special, or like a talisman when you're going for an interview or meeting someone important. Attribute power to your clothes because they will return the favor. With all of these psychological aspects, there's no one size fits all, but simply being aware of your modus operandi can help you make smarter purchases. And ultimately, our wardrobes need to reflect our lifestyle. We need to feel and look good in our garments and have pieces that will reinforce the outcome that we hope for. As we're gently exiting a couple of trying years, I think we have to be gentle to ourselves. And at the same time, know that we changed. The world changed. The dress codes relaxed even further. But the way we react in front of the mirror hasn't changed. We still feel empowered by the way we dress. Remember those days when you were feeling less than confident in what you were. You didn't want to interact. You wanted to be in your corner, you were self-conscious, you were pulling the skirt up or down, and that doesn't feel great. You just don't want to relate to other people. As opposed to that day that when you felt great and you got lots of compliments on what you're wearing, you just wanted to walk tall, you want to go out and interact with people. That speaks volume about how our clothing impacts our psychological effects. And again, like I said at the beginning, use that to your advantage. You are unique. I think that people, when they don't know themselves, don't feel that they can do the work for some reason, they look for inspiration. There's nothing wrong, I said many times. I myself get inspired by these wonderful women I see all the time. But I do make a point of translating that to my own specifics. And only then can you highlight your own personality, because you are so unique. There's no one like you. So if you want to copy, you will lose that originality, you lose that impact. Just get inspired, but at the end of the day, know what works for you. There's a little work to be done, but it's so worthwhile. And more relaxed or less relaxed, whatever the dress code is, it doesn't really matter. It's not a question of being dressed up, it's a question of feeling great about ourselves. And building a wardrobe that emanates that kind of energy we are hoping for. That will trigger our confidence levels, will make us feel special, and will not get in the way for us to achieving our goals, whatever they are. So that was it for today. I really hope that's been helpful for you to get inspired in the new year and look for the style and pieces that will bring the best version of you. Thanks so much for watching as usual, everyone. Let me know in the comment section below if there's anything else on personal branding you'd like to hear more about, or if there's something that you found that resonated with you here. I love to interacting with you as usual. Have a great week, and I'll see you in my next video. Ciao, everyone.